Good evening, good evening.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
There, things are on our screen now.
Purdy.
Thought we would open with the main menu. Those of you who have played Spirit Island may notice some new things. Welcome to Handelabra Live. I am John. Nope.
I'm Jeremy.
This is Jeremy. He's that way. I just have to, it's always opposite. No matter what I do, I can't fix it. It's just impossible.
I think I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
Doing it right.
Yeah, we are the developers of Spirit Island. I'm the programming person. Jeremy is the everything else person.
The biz dev guy.
Not to mention, of course, our wonderful team of developers and composers and graphic designers and other things. So, not just the two of us, we have a great team. So yeah, we're going to show some new stuff in Spirit Island, which is in early access right now on Steam. We are going to be showing new content. New content.
Hey, y'all got any more of that fresh content?
Let's see. Here's where I see if the changes I made an hour before crashed the game.
Yay! Live testing.
All right, let's bring any complexity spirits. Do you want to play an adversary?
I have never played an adversary, so
All
I'd
right.
be willing to give it a try.
We'll
to learn it,
start
but
you
it's
off
up to you.
easy.
All right.
All right, so here's our typical board that looks like this, except C and A. But there's another side of the boards if you're familiar with Spirit Island. The other side of the board is more thematic, you would say.
Indeed.
And so you just click this button over here, which will look a little nicer soon, and you flip your boards over. So there are 4 boards and 4 thematic sides. Yes, the Canon Island. So the idea is that's the real Spirit Island. The sort of colorful sides are balanced. That's what they're called, the balanced map, where like each side has 2 lands and they're adjacent to each other and by certain formulas and play tested balance that Eric set up. But on the thematic side, it actually forms more of a like Google Maps satellite view drawing of the game. I could show you the full map. There are spirits on it. There's some layout issues right now, so we're only playing 2 spirits. There's some alignment issues happening, but still under development. But we can play northwest and northeast because I haven't played that actually. And now this won't go away. So you see, there's reasons why this is in development. Let's go back. And yeah, let's just switch to the thematic board. And right, let's just... What is even happening? Okay. We're just gonna do this. Take these off and put them new ones on. Nope. I've been working on this screen. It's tricky dealing with all that stuff. So this part works because I did this one a lot to make sure that would work. So we'll do west and east is gonna work for sure. And any spirit preference, Jeremy? I don't know if you can right click. I guess you can right click to be them full.
Ooh. Just someone simple would be preferable.
Okay. Any preference of like river?
Like, is there one that's like, this is someone who does a lot of damage? Because we know that that's my thing that I like to do.
Sure. Lightning destroys things, doesn't necessarily do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think I've played lightning probably more than anyone else. The lightning's good.
Okay. And sure, I can take Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares is all about generating fear. Yeah, so we can bring up, this is the west board. You can see the art style is a lot more stylized. It's harder to tell the difference between lands. At least at the moment, it's harder to tell where the invaders are sometimes because they blend in a little bit more. But that's something we'll be looking at adjusting. But you can see here, there's a wetland, 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 wetland. There's a big river going through the island. And so this actually, the boards have 9 or 10 lands instead of 8 each. And this one only has 1 forest, 1 sand, 3 mountain, and a lot of river, 5 river. And then the other board we're playing on has 3 jungle, a wetland, 2 mountain, and 4 sand. And I was testing earlier, and I totally forgot that this sand existed, and they were doing stuff on it. I was like, what's happening down there?
Let me just say this. I think everybody out there knows that I continue to not be very good at this game, so keep your expectations low. And the way that I'm going to prove to you that is that this is actually the first moment upon, like, I was today years old when I discovered that the thematic boards had more and different shaped lands than they did on the other side. I've literally never played on the thematic board, so I did not know that.
Just trying to breathe in my cider there.
This is how you know that what John was saying earlier was true, which is that he develops and I don't.
You've been doing some playtesting, though. So we'll do
I have been doing some playtesting.
We'll do an adversary. So just on base level. So base level means that whenever they explore in stage 2, they get a little bonus every time. A bonus that's bad for us. Excuse me. So that's something that will just happen.
Gotcha.
And that's it. No, we won't make any other changes. So that makes it slightly more difficult. And then the thematic boards, they suggest make it 3 points more difficult. So that's what we're going to do. So here is our thematic board with a different background too. So it's a little more painterly. So one thing you may notice as well is that the invaders seem smaller, but actually the invaders and pieces are the same size. The boards are bigger. So you can zoom, like, basically, because some of these lands are really tiny on some of the boards, to be able to fit all the invaders, you need different spacing. Like this land, for example, trying to fit all the things that can happen in the game into there is challenging. So yeah, they also don't line up perfectly in the game yet, but we're just showing them off in development. That's what we do. Cool. So everything else is the same, though. It's just different map. So do you want to... We don't have mouse sharing, so I will be driving and Jeremy telling me what to do. If you want to go first, Jeremy?
That's fine. Sure. Let's do... Yeah, see, I'm trying to figure out... Okay, so the board to the west is me.
Yes.
So that's an add a presence at 2 and add a presence at 0. So that means add a presence to someplace that already has presence, right?
So
in the second growth option?
Add a presence at range 2 from where you already have presence. So if you chose this, you could add a presence within 2 squares away of where you already have presence. And then you can also add presence in the same land as you have presence. So basically, this lets you set up another sacred site, which you definitely want because they have explored the sands up here, and you're way down here.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. That's pretty much exactly what I was wondering. Could I just put all that presence right in that? I want to say woodland. That's 2 away.
This one here with spread of rampant green hanging out in it, which is just artistic, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from which track?
Oh, right.
So you can look at your board if you want here to see everything and your cards. that you have available.
Yeah, let's do, I think both from the top. Because I've already got 2 card plays.
Okay.
I want to get some more energy going.
All right, and I can do my growth while you think about your card plays.
Sure.
Okay, so I only have 1 sand over here. Everything's fine. But there is, you can see that the way that things are set up is not the same as the balance boards. They actually start with a city and a town and a blight and Dahan in this one land. It's all very sort of collected, which is sort of how realistically, like, invaders would build their first settlements at the river delta, right? And that's where they would be to begin with, not in the more interior areas of the island. And so, kind of a problem because I'm not anywhere near there. I'm 2 away. I could add presence there, though, pretty easily with this and gain energy. Yeah, and I could just defend here next turn because they're going to build a town here this turn and ravage the following turn. And I don't really have a way to deal with explorers. I can push them by dealing damage to them. So I could use this card to damage the town and send it away, which might be a thing I want to do this turn. But let's do this. I like to get my elements going. And I'm going to actually put presence down here so I can just use this as a little fear factory down here.
There is a fear factory in this division. I don't know if you ever listened to any Fear Factory, but that is a really good band.
Yeah, Predator Nightmares, I could actually just let that move the town away. And yeah, Dreams of the Dahan could be interesting. That would let me actually gather Dahan, 1 Dahan in here and generate 3 fear straight off of that. That seems good. And that unlocks both of my innates. So we'll be getting a fear card very soon because I generate lots of fear. What would you like to play?
Yeah, could you bring up the thing where I can see them all at the same time?
Yep.
Instead of having to read each one separately. Thank you. All right. As if all of yours are fast. Your innates are both fast,
yeah.
Right?
Lightning Spoon doesn't do a whole lot for me at the start of the game anyways. I can get more slow powers later.
All right, and that's 2. Yeah, I think okay, so I think I know what I want to do, but now I got to look back at the board again.
Okay.
Because I need to know.
We can focus you as well.
Oh, right.
Which can help.
Have you shown that already on the?
Yep. Yeah. It's already.
Nice.
It's out now. So.
Oh, right. Okay, so where are the Dahan on my board? Is that 2, 2, and 2? Is that what I'm seeing?
There's 1 up here in the mountain.
Oh,
there's 2 here. They're all in the wetlands. That's where they live. There's 2 in the jungle here, 2 in the jungle here, and none in the sands. It's really interesting. The layout is that's where the Dahan would live, and that's where the invaders would start. It all makes sense.
All right, so let's play my 2 Shatter Homesteads, and I'll ask you here. I was also going to play that 0 cost.
Yep.
Because that's what I was trying to figure out. Because I know there's a lot of Dahan around. So
yeah,
so let's play that too then.
Can be a good one unless you want to save it for next turn. I'm not sure if you're planning next turn to play more cards. Potentially, you could save it and play it 3 cards next turn instead if you don't really need to play it this turn. Is an option.
Yeah, let's play it because I wanna do some active stuff.
Okay, and yeah, it'll generate fear and move the Dahan to places we need them. So, all right.
Okay, so there's something going on with your screen streaming to me. I'm only getting 2/3 of it is not refreshing. I don't know
Oh,
why, but
is
I
it
wanted
like
to let you know that.
what part?
It does not correlate directly to what it is over,
Okay,
like my video or anything like that.
I will
So,
try turning it off and on again.
like, if you let it sit long enough, eventually it comes through.
Right.
But it's like, especially if we're trying to look at several different things, like waiting 2 or 3 seconds every time is going to be annoying.
I
So.
tried turning up the FPS, and we'll see if that helps. Maybe it will hurt. Maybe it will harm.
Right, so yeah, finish using powers.
Okay, so you don't. Yeah, you don't want. You want to use your powers now. So
Wait, did we already get into the?
yeah, it's the
What?
fast phase now. Remember, you're lightning, so you can use powers fast.
Oh, right.
That's your special rule for every air you have. You can use a slow power as if it were fast.
Got it.
So you could destroy like a town here, so it doesn't build a city, or destroy. You could also wait. You could do it later. That's okay too. There.
Yeah. So remind me, it's push 2 to Han, and then.
1 fear if you push them into a building.
Okay, got it. So I could, from either of my places. So I could push one. Yeah, you're hovering over that. I could push one of those to Han to generate a fear, and then I can use. Yeah, go ahead and do that. That's good.
Just one?
Yeah, I guess if we can keep them from getting too. Well, actually, there's still that guy right next to it where my sacred site is.
Yeah.
It's gonna build there, and it is gonna build there. Yeah, just the one I think is good.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a fear. And you want to blow up the town in the sand here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a foolish man who built his house upon the sand.
Well, they're going to build another one. All right, so... And now we get some... You aren't hearing the music, but it just was like, oh, now it's going to be nightmare music. Nightmare fuel.
Yeah. I just have Nexus of the Void playing on repeat.
I'll actually move... It's interesting. We're like covering... Our pictures are covering my character down here. So we could go into the bottom left, but I don't know if that's as good. Maybe I'll put Jeremy over there. Because we don't need to see that, really. And then I can be down here. And then Handelabra Live can be here. Or actually, up here is okay. Let's adjust that. Right, so I was thinking of... Yeah, this is slow, which is fine. I was going to gather...
Oh, Sparky Wolf. I love that spelling of Gizmo. Oh my god, Gizmo. I think we've got a new way to spell your name.
How do they spell it? Is that way back in the chat?
It's not too far back.
Oh, I see.
It's
Gizmo.
where'd you go?
So,
Say hi to everybody? There.
wait, shouldn't I get 3 fear? Oh, it's or. Sorry. I should know how to read. Well, I can still generate
There
2
you go,
fear.
Sparky Wolf. Here's the mighty Gizmo. Here, hang on.
The proud and mighty Gizmo. I'll take a picture for Brittany. Gizmo!
Mwah.
Oh, it's just you now.
Oh,
There we go.
got it?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go play. But no climbing the walls.
All right, generate fear.
Yes, her eyes, her everything's. She's amazing.
And I guess we'll turn a fear card. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan. Invaders take 1 damage there. Well, we're not getting that this turn. We're almost, but not quite. The invaders build upon the sand, as discussed.
Because they're foolish.
Exploring in the mountains. They don't actually reach this mountain here because they don't see it. which is not something that happens in the balanced map as that early, generally. And I have the only slow power, which I was going to do to scare this town away. You can go probably here. All right, so you've got trouble over on your board. You have 4 lands blighting.
Yeah.
Your innate power destroys towns, so that's why I was suggesting that you hold on to a card.
Right, I see. Well, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Reclaim. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to gain a minor or a major power? You don't have a lot of energy, so it's...
Yeah, probably minor. What do we got? Browse the trees, 2 damage, push and explore. Call the bloodshed, 1 damage per Dahan, or gather up to 3 Dahan. Enticing Splendor, gather 1, or gather up to 2 Dahan. And Steam Vents. Alright, let's see. 1 damage. Excuse me. And this is one I don't have to forget one, right?
No.
That's only for majors?
That's right.
Yeah, let's do... I'm also trying to look at the elements too, because I know that can be important.
Yeah, basically fire and air are what you're interested in.
Yeah, so I guess let's grab those steam vents.
Okay.
I feel like that could be... I can't actually... read me the whole thing of what the second bit of it says. I can't...
If you have 3 earth, you may instead destroy 1 town. But note it is range 0, so you have to have presence where you want to use it.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Let's, instead, let's do Call to Bloodshed.
Okay. All right, you have 2 card plays. I guess I can do my growth first. So
Sure.
let's do that while you consider. I do have a reclaim 1 option. Yeah, so you can see the explorers can be a little tricky to see. There's an explorer there, and there's an explorer here, and here, and here. We are getting a fear card, which says choose a different land with Dahan. Invaders take 1 damage there. Unfortunately, the Dahan, yeah, so this is a good option. We'll be able to stop that build. The Dahan are not in the mountains to begin with. So I don't know if there's another really good option for that does anything. Potentially, depending on what we do. So I could gain a power card, potentially. I don't need to defend this turn. And I can't... Well, I could get over there and help you by defending this, because I can add presence at range 4. So I could help defend this space with Dread Apparitions. So maybe I'll do that, because I know you've got a lot on your plate with that board.
And I also, as we've discussed, don't know what I'm doing. So any help you can give me would be certainly helpful.
Dread Apparition is actually range 1, so I could go further. And I'll be able to use my innate power with Dread Apparition to generate enough fear there. So maybe I'll go a little further. reach like most of the map. It's kind of funny. But I want to be within range 1 of this. Maybe I'll go here because we can collect all the Dahan into one space for me, and then I can get a power. I'm going to have lots of energy, so I might try for a major power with this. Let's do that. I have 7 energy already, so let's do that. Let's do that. That gets me both of those. Okay, so you are still chasing a cat. It happens.
I'm here. I have my Bluetooth, so I can still hear you, and I can run back if I have to. I don't know where she went, but she was somewhere she was not supposed to be.
All right, so you've got. I can take care of this, so I'll defend that.
Okay.
But you have other tools at your disposal, potentially, to do things.
Okay, so.
But only 2 card plays, so.
Yeah. Can you bring up the thing so I can see them all again?
Yeah. Oop.
All right. Damage to each invader. Push them to 2. Right, and I only have 2 card plays.
And only 3 energy.
Yeah. See, this is where like my lack of sophistication with this game really gets frustrating because I look at all of these things. I'm like, I could do that, but I don't know if that's a good thing to do.
Well, you can just run it by me. I don't think there's a bad option.
Yeah, so I'm thinking. Yeah, so obviously the harbingers of lightning, I can use to move my Dahan around. And then we could like call the bloodshed to damage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that's one area. We'll be able to control one area with that, right?
Yeah, and there aren't really a lot of Dahan over here. There is here, so you could.
Yeah.
You could get another Dahan into here, with that. As well.
Right, because you're defending the one that's down to the south, right?
Yes.
Or wait, yes, okay.
But also keep in mind we have this fear card coming up that we know because of what I have, which says each player chooses a different land with Dahan. Invaders take 1 damage there. So we could, for example, like use something else to do 1 damage to the town, and then use 1 damage to the town here. So we could destroy the town sort of with 2 separate pings potentially.
Right, and then would it maybe make sense to push one of the Dahan from the mountain in the top to the other sand at the north?
I want to leave him.
One up there.
I want to leave him here because we can use the fear card to destroy that guy.
Oh, right. I forgot there was the guy there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. If I had 2 instances of pushing, that would be good, but I don't know if I'm going to.
I think you can only based on what you've got. You can only really deal with 1 of these towns. So it's more of a matter of how you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if we do push that other Dahan into there...
There is a fear.
We'll have 2 there. Sorry?
There would be you could do that and call to bloodshed. Actually, you couldn't do call to bloodshed because you would only have 1 air, and you can only make 1 slow power fast for each air. So that would be that one, and then you would be out. That's why all your cards start with air.
So yeah, maybe Shatter Homesteads then, at least get a fear out of it, and we can just sort of take that out, and then that'll be that.
Yeah.
Do that, and I don't know that I need to do the Harbingers of Lightning if we're just going to do that then.
Yeah, I mean, you could play Call to Bloodshed, and there will probably be an area where you can use it.
Okay,
if not, you can move Dahan with it, right? So you can.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I was trying to make sure that I wasn't going to be going over on energy budget or whatever. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly using your energy there.
Yep.
So. Cool. All right, so let's finish playing cards. All right, so before I use Call in Midnight's Dreams, I want to use this because I might not have these elements anymore afterwards. So let's use these powers first. I'll defend this land. Generate fear there. Oh. Right, that's range 0. I did that wrong. Let's go back. Let's put my presence in a different spot. The chat probably told me and I didn't notice. I just had to put my presence actually in the land because I forgot that other one's range 0. I do have a land over here where I can get more energy, though. And that, and that. Yeah, loot dolphin. I gotcha. At least we didn't use the block our ability to rewind. We did that part right. Alright, that's defended. There's no Dahan there. But so it goes. Yeah, actually, it would be better for you to do Harbingers of the Lightning, because then they would kill these guys when they ravage.
Oh, sure.
For sure. So let's go slightly back a bit again. And it's cheaper for you, so... So yeah, Dread Apparition's here. Generate Fear. So yeah, you'll be able to push these Dahan into here, which then will generate Fear, and when the Ravage happens, they get destroyed by the Dahan. So,
Cool.
So I'm going to do this now to look at the Fear card, in case I lose the elements to be able to do that. Remove 1 Explorer from an inland land. That can be really good for avoiding a build. I don't know if we're going to get... Actually, we could get up to that amount of fear, because I could generate 2 fear, and you can generate 2 fear. Or, you can generate 3. So for you, why don't you use your powers first? Yeah, I'm thinking, because we could actually use that fear card to get rid of this Explorer. I know he's hard to see. That Explorer and that Explorer. Or this one. Basically, prevent those builds would be really nice. So,
yeah.
Which town would you like to shatter?
Probably the one in the sands, the southernmost sands on the west coast.
Yeah, the one that would kill a Dahan. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and then these Harbingers, if they come here, that'll kill those guys.
Yep.
And so now I could gain a major power or get 2 fear. It's interesting, because I could, could potentially play the major power right away because I'll have 7 energy. But also, we could just take that fear card for sure, because the major power might not generate enough fear. It might do something else. It's very likely to be able to get something that generates 1 fear, though, right?
It seems like it with these characters.
Yeah. But I would have to forget this to do that. So maybe this turn I'll just take the fear. All right.
Oop, it's palpable.
Palpable. It's palpitating. So this land, we can get rid of this guy. And he won't build. And actually then, there's no other land where it really matters. Because this guy's going to die anyway, just from the ravage. I guess we could have pushed one of these guys here and one here and kill this guy with this effect then. And then take out these other two guys. Let's go back and do that. It's not too far back. We already knew the fear cards, so we can rewind. One here, one here. Oh, I see. It's like, I want to drag that. Try to maximize our fear cards that I'm generating. So now we can do that space and that space. And we can remove these two explorers that aren't going to be... So that actually they won't build anything in the mountains at all. And nice. We get an empty ravage, which will be really good. So we take a little hit here, but honestly only 2 blight is really good. And now we can kill the town here. Take Walker, lifting weights. How was your workout? Your arms will, shake. And tomorrow, just wait.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did that, but I remember. I've actually been forcing myself to go on walks every day.
I've noticed.
Because I'd sort of let that slide for a while, and my legs were starting to complain. Like I was having cramps like all day, and it was like, oh right, it was like that moment in the Matrix where it's like, why do my legs hurt, or why do my muscles hurt? You've never used them.
You've never used them before.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it. So I was like, all right, enough of this. I'm going on walks every day.
Yeah, no, I felt that actually, like, after the first couple weeks of quarantine and isolation where we weren't able to go out, really. So it was like, I need to move. Right. And, like, walking a kilometer was hard.
You couldn't even really go out, could you? Like, you had to basically try to stay as, quarantined as possible.
Yeah, like at that time the rules were like you're allowed to go for a walk, but you had to keep it pretty minimal anyways, so it was like around the block. You couldn't like go anywhere at all or talk to anyone. It was just like just walk. And now you can't even do that. Like you cannot leave your property basically. It's the rule. Right. Okay.
All right. What do I want to do here?
So now
we did manage to do pretty well that time.
Yeah, Ravage is nothing. Build is literally this wetland and these wetlands over here because they can't see this stuff because they weren't able to build in the mountains. So that's really good. And they just bladed over here, and now this is just going to sit, and you can just destroy them at your leisure, but I wouldn't prioritize them or anything.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got 3 cards and growth options. I will zoom you up to.
Yeah, I'm thinking... And again, because this is not the sort of... I'm not used to thinking strategically in this game yet. Looking at the way that the board is set up, I really want to get more presence out so that I can be more effective. Mm-hmm. And I tend to be very swingy, so I would probably just do like the presence one and then deal with getting energy or other stuff later.
Yeah, if you can manage to get your first level innate each turn, though, you're destroying a town every turn, which is really good.
I see.
So I'd really
3 and 2.
recommend trying to do that if you can. You do have a growth option to gain energy and add a presence. So you can more slowly move off the presence tracks, but still have enough energy to play all your cards, which right now you wouldn't. You'd be short.
Let's do that one then, I think.
And that can let you potentially like reach it. Right now you can't. You can reach with range 2 to this one. But you can't reach this far either. But I have this area taken care of. I'll just play with these guys.
Yeah, so I would probably take it off of the card play track and probably drop it in that sands that we just cleaned up.
Yeah, this one here?
Yep.
Yeah, that lets you range 1 to these lands, so it's pretty good. And play all your cards.
If I can, do I have enough
Yep.
energy? I do have enough energy. Yeah, yeah, nice.
Yeah, so now you unlock Destroy a Town within range 1 of a sacred site. Um, you have Raging Storm, which is 1 damage to each invader. Call to Bloodshed is 1 damage per Dahan, or gather up to 3 Dahan. And Lightning's Boon you can either use on yourself to make an additional power. Actually, you can use this one. You already have enough air, so you can use it on me if I... Because I'm actually going to reclaim and gain a power card. So
Sure.
I can choose a slow power, potentially, that maybe I can have you make fast. And so I could take a major power here, but I want to have, like, forget fodder. I like my cards for their elements, except maybe Predatory Nightmares. That's sort of the one that's like, this is the one you should forget.
Right.
And you always have such few card plays as Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. Maybe I will take a major. Maybe I can, like, because this is actually a really bad spot. They're going to build here, and this is a bad area. So if I can, like, get a tsunami to, like, clear up all this, that would be really nice. I did not, but I got the Jungle Hungers. That's really good. Destroy all explorers in all towns. 2 damage per blight. 1 damage per blight in adjacent lands. There actually is a blight there. That's not that much damage, though. This one replaces a city with a town, or a town with an explorer.
Explorer.
Blazing Renewal can help us get destroyed presence back. We don't have any right now, so it's not the most useful right for us right now. Interesting. Not really choices I super wanted. Jungle Hungers is only really good on this land because the jungle, it has to be next to a jungle. It does work on that land. I could destroy all these guys and they wouldn't build there if you can let me do it fast. So that's probably worth considering. And I don't need the... Yeah, basically this is just... Maybe I can defend it with a lot of fear next turn. Kind of situation. Yeah, let's take that. It's got my element on it. My moon. And... I could get rid of Predatory Nightmares. I want this defense. It's really good. Dreams of the Dahan is not super great. It's free, though, which is nice. Yeah, I think Predatory Nightmares.
All right, my iTunes is just done.
Done?
Like, it stopped in the middle of a song, it froze, so I force quit it, then I tried to launch it again, it bounced for 5 minutes, and now when I click on it in the dock, nothing happens.
So I can't actually destroy towns, but I can, like, shuffle them around, which is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to do that to send these guys away, actually into the jungle. It's kind of a good place to put them. And I could grab Call on Midnight's Dreams and get another major power. I'm going to do that. Just going to go fully into it. And then next turn I have potentially enough to defend that with a lot of fear. We'll see. I don't actually hit my fear card reveal innate, so we won't know what that is. We're probably going to reach it, though. So we'll have a mystery fear card. And yeah, if you can let me go fast, I can prevent the build here, which I think makes sense.
Yep.
All right, so I get a Lightning's Boon from you. And you may as well do your things over here. So yeah, you have your innate. You can make fast, and actually, yeah, this doesn't give you all of them, but I don't think you need to make them all fast anyways. Because you can always destroy towns in the slow phase, right? We do have this guy here is going to build. and either of these powers would deal with him.
Yeah. Okay. So let's remind me what Raging Storm.
Raging Storm does 1 damage to each invader. Call to Bloodshed does 1 damage per Dahan. So actually, both of these would be better to just use in the slow phase if you want. But the nice thing is you can actually destroy like an Explorer with this pretty much anywhere you can reach, whereas this guy that needs to be Dahan there. So this guy, there is Dahan in this land.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like since there is Dahan there, let's do that for that one.
Okay. And for him, like for this, you could just save it because there's no point. There's nowhere that makes sense to use it right now.
Yep.
And you could destroy a town if you wanted, which might make sense to just do it now because they're not building anywhere near you. So, like
sure.
You could destroy a town here if you wanted, and then they wouldn't be able to explore into this mountain, for example.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Cool. Or you could destroy one of them in this, but I don't know if that's worth it. All right, so Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares. Cool. So yeah, call on Midnight's Dreams. Actually, before you use your powers, I'm going to do this because I reveal a new information, and maybe it's something that... I will still use Lightning's Boon regardless. Oh, I don't have presence in that jungle. Ugh. Lude, Dolphin, why didn't you tell me? I can't use that. I need to go back. Because I'm a dumb. I need the chat to help me out here. I mean, I like the power, but maybe I just won't play it. I could take this to play next turn, defend 6 in that big land. That's probably better. Let's do that. And I'll still...
Don't understand why my iTunes is doing. I just want to listen to music while I am playing this game.
Yeah, then I'll do this and this. And then next turn I'll do those 2 cards. Okay. So, all right. Slight rejigger of what I was doing. We'll still do Lightning Spoon, but now I can actually reveal the fear card. So I'll do that first. So this is replacing a town with an explorer in a coastal land. Oh, that's really good. We could like replace both of these towns with an explorer or over here. Or something. Mm-hmm. And I'll do this to generate fear. And we will, I think, get a major power. All right, first I want to gather Dahan. Because I want more energy from this. Terrifying Nightmares. It's the perfect card for me.
Nice.
Yeah, let's take that and let's play it. And 2 fear, push up to 4 explorers or Dahan. So actually, I can still prevent this build after all. And maybe I'll just send them all into this land. That seems like a lot. I can't really deal with that many of them. I don't think. So maybe not. But yeah. These guys, send them away into the jungle, I think. They won't build here. They won't ravage. Cool, that was exciting. We didn't get a fear card, but we might now. So yeah, Call to Bloodshed you were going to do here. And Thundering Destruction.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. I think that makes sense. They build in the wetlands. Just a couple towns over here, actually. And they explore. Yeah, you wish Ocean was there for Nom Noms. It's true. That's what Seamus Butler was doing on Saturday. All right, so we did get a Explore card with the escalation effect. This icon. And so that means we must add a town to a land. That does not have a town, I believe. Yeah. So, on your board, you may choose. I would suggest somewhere within range of you to blow it up.
Sorry, I had to step away because the cat was doing it
Okay.
again. So
Yeah.
remind me where we're at.
They're adding a town to any land without a town. So, something like this is probably good because you can just pick it off. And it doesn't
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
It doesn't expose more of the inland, so. I could add it into that place, which I don't really want to. This doesn't actually expose any more of the island, so I'm going to put it in here. They explore the jungle. The jungle hungers. We didn't get that after all. All right, so you have a slow power, and I do have nothing. So yeah, this is where Raging Storm comes in handy, because you can block a build in any of these jungles by doing 1 damage to each invader, which is an expensive way to get rid of an Explorer, but hey, does the job, right?
Yeah, it gets the job done. All right, so let's see. So where is the worst place? Probably, is it that most inland one, you think?
Yeah, I would say the most inland one, because if they build a town, that means they can then explore, to everywhere.
Yeah,
touching
all
it.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Not always, but usually it makes sense to try to keep them out of the interior of the island.
Oh, come on now, Sparky Wolf. I'm not even sure those are real.
Rodents of unusual size. All
What
right,
is
so
3 dangers of the fire swamp.
this is a case where you probably want to reclaim.
Yeah.
Though actually on...
seems like the way to go.
It's like, I have no cards, I can't do anything. You might say that, but on Saturday I was lightning and I took a turn not playing cards. Even though I had a card, I was like, I'm not playing this card, I want it for later. So I had a nothing turn, but then I had it... The following turn, I activated my full innate.
Yeah, I mean, it's high risk, high reward.
All right, so you're going to be able to gain a card. I'm thinking if I want to reclaim all or just reclaim 1. Probably just reclaim 1. This land is probably just going to blight. I just want to make sure that what I'm doing here does enough. So this is defending 6 and generating fear, which is actually defend 7, because this is another one that's defend 8, and they're doing 8 damage and getting killed. Okay. So I could potentially reclaim a card that might help with the other land, like this one. And I can play it as well. So I can actually push them all out of here as well. That's exciting. Okay, so I'm going to reclaim 1. So why don't we choose your power card first? Would you like a minor or a major?
Yeah. I don't know. Because I'm not sure. I'm looking at the cards here. I'm not sure if there's any that I would want to get rid of.
Yeah, you often, as lightning, don't have a lot of energy. Like your energy track is not huge, and it takes a long time to ramp up. Whereas your card play track is like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like having a lot of cheap
Yeah.
cards is really good.
Yeah, let's go minor. So we got. Does that say devouring ants?
Devouring ants.
One fear, one damage, destroy one Dahan if target land is jungle or sand +1.
Yeah, and they are building in the jungle this turn, so it's a good turn to deal with jungle. It doesn't have air though, which is something you kind of want often.
And blood, 2 fear if target land has at least 2 +1 fear. And call to isolation. Push one explorer or
town
per Dahan or push one Dahan.
Yeah, and sort of the situation on your board. You've got right now. There's no ravages happening just here, and I'm dealing with that. This guy's going to build a town. They're going to build a city here right now, as it stands.
Yeah, and so if I were to take devouring ants, walk me through how that's going to help us stop that from happening.
So devouring ants, assuming you would use it fast, would do 1 fear and 2 damage because it's jungle, and would destroy the Dahan. You could get the Dahan out of there first, or you could use your other things. Like you could perhaps combine Harbingers of the Lightning and Call to Bloodshed or Raging. Like you could use some of your other abilities to deal with it.
Oh yeah, like I could bring a bunch of Dahan in there and let them deal a bunch of damage.
Yeah. Or you have, like, you could just destroy both of the towns, right? Like, you have different tools to deal with things.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of these cards are, like, great. The Call to Isolation is great because you can just, like, send guys away. So, like, you can be like, it's less, there's only 1 Dahan here, but, like, often there's, like, 1 Dahan and 1 Explorer, and it's like, no, you don't build here because you leave. So there's...
yeah, grab that. That's fine. It's got an air on it, so...
Okay. Yeah, anything you gain, you don't have to play this turn either, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what do I need? 4 fire and 3 air to unlock. What does level 2 do?
Level 2 is destroy a city. But you can only play 3 cards, so you're not going to be able to get to that until you can play 4 cards.
Okay.
So, well, maybe, depending. Right. I have an ability to give you an element sometimes, but I haven't been reaching that. Whenever I reach that, then I'll be able to give you elements. Let me just see what I got, actually, because I'm unlocking a moon.
I already did my growth, so for yours.
Yeah, I'm unlocking an extra moon, and I'm playing moon and reclaim 1, which is a moon. So actually, I'm going to be able to give you an extra element. So if you can manage to play 3 fire, 3 air, I can give you that additional fire to destroy the city that they're going to build here in the slow phase, if you'd rather. It's a potentially a good way to go. Just, like, allow them to build the city.
Just to wipe it out.
Yeah.
It's an interesting ethical question. We could prevent the city from being built, or we could wait for them to build it and then raise it to the ground. Which is the morally correct
Just think about how much more scared they'll be.
It's a trolley problem, if ever there were one. Jesus. See, this is why this game crawls up in my head and I get so confused. I would rather just prevent it from being built if there is an easy way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that would just be, like, destroy the 2 towns, and then they... Or destroy or move the 2 towns, then they won't build...
Destroy or move.
Right. So you could do that. You don't have a lot of energy, but you could combine Raging Storm, Call to Bloodshed, and Harbingers of Lightning to empty the land entirely. Because this can do 1 damage to everything, and then you could bring more Dahan in to finish off the 2 towns. Is an option.
I like that option.
Okay. And I could
My
probably...
iTunes is back.
Yeah, and actually you do get your first level innate. So destroy a town, like, you could then destroy the town they built here in the slow phase if you wanted or something. Cool. So I am going to reclaim 1 and add a presence. Terrifying nightmares, because that's how I roll. I need to unlock that moon. I don't need a sacred site there, so maybe I will get a sacred site here in case I need to help out over there. I have so much energy all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to play... I don't probably even need to play Winds of Rust and Atrophy, because Terrifying Nightmares is going to, like, defend a lot and push guys. No, I'm going to use it. I'm using that here, actually, so... Oh, right, I can't play Dread Apparitions if I do that. And they're doing 8 damage. So that's just blighting then. I don't have enough card plays, and I can't get to 3 card plays, so... Maybe the fear card will do something we want. We haven't seen what it is yet. Oh, wait. Replace a town. That gets them to 7 damage, which is enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. The fear card helps us, and we're definitely going to get the fear card. I'll use it here. So I don't need to do this defense. I will do this, and this will let me push these guys away, or at least the town. It's kind of a lot to push a town, but that's fine. They are going to build a city here. So we'll see. I think that still makes sense. And you're all done. All right, so we can enact your plan. Raging Storm here.
Right, yeah, to empty that whole jungle out.
And then bring Dahan. Where do you want to bring... You can bring either the 2 here. They're not really doing anything in there. Or you only need to bring
That's
1.
a wetland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's basically you got 1 Dahan in here, 2 in here, and 1 in here that you could move in. It's a push, though.
Here's a meta question. How many cards are in the Explore deck?
This many. So there's, in terms of the composition of it, there's 1 of each type here, plus coastal lands. So they might go into wetlands, they might go into sand, or mountain, or coastal lands in the next 3.
Right.
But the way things are, they could explore into here because they're going to build a town here. So, whereas they wouldn't actually explore into here because if it was sands, because there won't be a town there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably pull the Dahan from that wetland.
Okay.
Or, I guess, push them from that wetland.
And it's up to 2, so do you want to bring them both or just 2? Just the 1?
Yeah, do we only need the 1?
Yep. So just the 1?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, because it's 1 damage per Dahan, so. And we reach terror level 2. Oh, and you ran out of powers that you could use fast. Whoops.
Oh.
So you can still do it
Was
by...
there a way to do it without doing that?
Yeah, just by basically using Harbingers and Thundering Destruction. Or, sorry, Call to Bloodshed. You can't use all 3 of these. Or, sorry, maybe we did it wrong. Because we can destroy that. Right, but then you ran out of air. I think because you're playing a card that doesn't have air, that's why we're getting tripped up.
Oh yeah.
Um, so if we go back one more step, um, you could like just straight up destroy the town here, and right. So instead of doing it this way, Thunder Destruction to destroy a town, and then Harbingers of Lightning to deal all the damage you need to deal, and then you don't.
Got it.
Yeah. Wait, no. You can still use Call to Bloodshed though, right? No, you only have 2 air total. But wait, I can give you an air.
Yeah, but
Oh, I can't give you an air. The problem is you only have 2 air, and this one doesn't give you any air. And all of your powers are slow. So instead, we could use Call to Isolation, like instead of Raging Storm, and just send a guy away, right? Honestly, you could use this Call to Isolation and Harbingers of Lightning and just move them all out of there instead of doing anything.
yeah, that's one way we could go.
Okay, so yeah, actually we were back in card playing. So with Isolation and Harbingers, basically it's bring 2 Dahan in here, and then Isolation is like, off you go, 1 per Dahan, right?
Sure.
And then do you still want to play Call to Bloodshed or play something different? Because you could like destroy more things or different things you could do.
Yeah, I mean the options would be Lightning's Boon or Shatter Homesteads, in terms of the amount of energy that I have.
Yeah, or Raging Storm.
Oh no, I guess if I take Call to Bloodshed back, I do have the full 3. Remind me what Raging Storm does?
1 damage to each invader. It's very costly for
1
what it
damage.
does, especially if you're using it to just kill an explorer.
Yeah. But it gets me the 3rd air.
Well, so does Homesteads or Lightning Spoon, but I'm not playing slow powers, but you could Lightning Spoon yourself if you were doing this, but you weren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Homesteads, there are towns you can blow up. It's not like there won't be towns you can blow up.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay. And you unfortunately do miss out on your innate, so you want that anyways. All right, let's try this again. Bring Dahan. So instead of destroying them, they're just sending them away. And where would you like to send them?
Right. Well, let's see. There's an explorer in the sand at the bottom. And there's a town in the sands to the southwest.
Yeah, often it's good to just sort of put them all together, the more dangerous ones, and then you can use like a bigger attack. Like Raging Storm, for instance, right? Like, the more invaders in the land, the better this is.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was gonna say probably if we're gonna push them all somewhere, I would say the sand right on the coast there seemed like the right.
Yep, that's what I would do too.
choice.
Because then you can use your area attacks there, or if you have a big attack that does 10 damage, it would be wasted in a smaller place, right?
Yeah.
And then you could use this now to destroy a town, or just wait for them to build the town here and then blow it up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Well, we wait because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and let's see if I still calculated correctly. I mean, I could still reveal the fear card. I never should have done that before you did your things. But let's just do it now. I don't think none of these get me elements or anything like that. Yeah, I need to be able to play one more card at some point. Remove 1 town or explorer from a coastal land. Okay, so the coastal lands are going to be quieter. Right, so I want to defend 6 here. Oh yeah, and I also downgrade pieces. So I can downgrade this city. The city's going to get killed, so I'm actually going to downgrade the town. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? So now that's 5, 6, 7. So actually right now we don't even need the fear card to do that. And here I was going to... Oh yeah, since we can remove a town from a coastal land, I can still put this here, and we can use our fear card effect to do that. And, cool. Alright, we might want to use those effects too. Yeah, actually, just replacing these all with explorers is nice. If only you were over here with your 1 damage to each invader. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave this guy here. He'll ravage against the Dahan and die. And I guess Night Terrors doesn't really matter where I do it. Well, actually, we're not getting that fear card, are we? So I'm going to actually not push that town there. I'm going to push it to the sand instead. So I'd rather replace these 2 towns with explorers using this card, because we are not going to get that.
Yep.
So he can go there, and we still have, yeah, we're good there. Finish. All right, I think we're good. You just have your one that you're saving for the slow phase. Warning.
A growing sense of unease.
All right, yeah, so I think it makes sense to replace these so they don't build a city over here.
Sure.
They still build a town, but these guys all get killed. And no casualties to the Dahan. They just all get wiped out over there. Yeah, now the only thing that's left is really towns over where you are, and that's not good for the invaders. They built just there and there. They explore in the sands. So with Prussia, the first thing we do is add a town somewhere. Up to you. They are going to build next in the sands, so I'm not sure if it's good to put it in sands, because like if you put it in a sand, then it's like they're going to build a city there next turn, for example.
I don't know, the Northern Mountains? Wait, no, I guess there's not another Dahan I can... Well, no, I guess that's not adjacent. Yeah, maybe the Southern Mountains? Because then I could pull the Dahan
or I mean,
from the sand.
There are 3 Dahan right here already.
Or, yeah, and they're not going to build...
They're going to ravage in the jungle. So yeah, they're not going to explore again in the jungle, but they're going to ravage there, but you could just use the Dahan to kill them.
Yeah, let's do that then.
And on my board, I guess they can just go where they just were. And we can just remove them with the next fear card, probably. Though we're probably going to want to do that over here in the sands. But for now, I like having invaders with me. I can make them scared. Yeah, so again, it's the sands are a bigger problem in your corner than on mine.
Right.
And there is blight in all those lands, so we'll have to be careful not to have a big cascade. So yeah, you still, I think you have the last slow power. So there's now the town here and here in the jungle that's going to ravage next turn. There are Dahan here already. And then they're going to be building in the sands next turn as well. I think the original plan still makes sense, though. To, like, destroy this town.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. It's so hard for me to remember which phase of which turn we're in. Right, so yeah.
Then they won't do anything there, so. And you can focus on these. Just going to be a bigger problem. I think I might be reclaiming cards, unless I decide to still just play 2 cards. There's a little ravage here I guess I want to deal with. But my reclaim 1 does not let me do much there. So, yeah, I'm probably going to reclaim and gain power card, and then I can use my better cards there. What were you thinking of doing?
Let's see. So 1, 2, not enough air. Yeah, probably reclaim. Let me just blight.
You will get your innate power by playing those cards.
Right. Oh yeah, right. I only need 2. Yeah. Two. Yeah, see, I feel like this makes for bad TV, me trying to, like, learn how to play this game well. Alright.
You can look at your presence tracks,
just reclaim.
Too. Reclaim? Okay.
Yeah, just reclaim.
Would you like a minor or major?
Go 2. Right, so 2 zeros, 2 1s, a 2 and a 3, and they're all pretty good. And we're already talking about the issue about energy. Let's just get another minor.
Okay.
And maybe I can go longer than 1 turn without having to reclaim.
Okay, I'm also going to get a minor power, I think. So I'm going to pick that. Ooh, defends. Okay, so we have potentially
this is
more
cool.
options.
Have we shown this before?
Yeah.
Maybe you've shown this. That's pretty cool.
Oops. So these are your options. None of them have air. They're not great for you.
Yeah. I was probably just going to grab the one that lets you push. It was the bottom left.
This one, push up to 2 towns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you think one of the other ones is better, but that seems like a pretty solid thing to have.
Yeah, this one is obviously very strong. But comes at a cost of adding blight. And yeah, this helps you like deal with all the towns being put up around you, dealing 2 damage. But one of the troubles with this one is it's restricted to jungles and wetlands, so you can't necessarily use it all the time, especially in your side of the board. So yeah, that's not a bad call.
Cool.
And I can definitely help out over here. So, like, you were worried about dealing with this, but I can actually defend this for you, and then the Dahan will kill that town. If you want to focus your attention elsewhere, you certainly can.
I'm definitely trying to follow when you say this, but because your mouse is a little lagging, sometimes
so
I'm not 100%.
The jungle that the town was put into.
Okay.
Right here. So right now, that's as it stands. That's going to blight, because it's 2 damage. But as long as there's 1 defense, it's okay. So I can certainly
Okay.
get a defense on there and on my own area, and then you can work on stuff there to deal with, because we don't want these to build up and like cause
Right. Okay.
cascades up the yin yang up here.
Yeah.
We also we'll plan to defend this next round as well during the ravage. But right now they're building, so the more, if you can clear out a land that they don't build on, right, or things like that's something to think about. So I'm gaining a minor. Call the Dahan Ways is fun. Replace towns and invaders with Dahan. Also have some defense. I was thinking of taking this though because it has fear and it has moon and it has defending the jungle this turn, which is exactly what I want to do. Just like put a little defense in this jungle. So, and then I can just terrifying nightmares those guys away from the jungle. It's kind of fun. Oh yeah, and I can actually get the bonus fear kicker on this, potentially. Yeah, so what I'm just going to do is scare these guys away. And we do have the fear card coming up to remove guys, but I think we want to use that here, right, to remove towns from these problem areas. So I'm just going to scare them away. And then Winds of Rust and Atrophy in that space. That works great. Or just continue scaring them away. That works too.
Sure.
And then I actually unlock my top level innate here, which could let me gain 4 more fear. Or if you need an element, I can get you 1 element potentially.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so I get 3
plays,
right?
And 5 energy.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember what these cards do.
Do you want to look at
I'm literally just look at it again and let's see. 1 damage per round. Right. Okay, I remember that one. And 2. Is there a way to get? Let's see. 1, 2, 2. Yeah.
And remember, we do have 2 free remove a town effects. So we can just like say, this one doesn't have a town and this one only has 2. Or something like that. Or we could actually remove this one, but like I may as well defend it and let it blow up. That's fine too.
Yeah, I mean, it's in terms of trying to figure out which ones are gonna go best together. I'm definitely like, there's too much to track already on this board for me to be able to make intelligent decisions. So, sure. Let's go with the last 3 cards.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Nope, that's not enough. Nope, that's wrong. One of the 0 cost ones. Let's go with yeah, I was gonna say, so you do Shatter Homesteads, Raging Storm, and then I can't even read the names, it's too blurry. Sorry. The one to the right.
Gnawing Root Biters or the Harbingers of Lightning?
Yeah, the Harbingers.
Right, that gets you to destroy a town on your innate. So. And so you can destroy 2 towns in the fast phase, which is pretty good. All right.
Perfect.
Okay, and I think I played my cards, so we're good to go there. All right, so I don't think we need your Destroy a City effect. So I'm going to give myself the extra fear from that. So I'm going to use this on myself. Reveal the next card, which is going to be Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Each spirit gains 1 energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. And I need to gain an element, which is going to be moon. That's interesting. So, is it per sacred site? So I have that here. And we have that here. So that actually means we want to, like, let them stay here. Or, like, leave a guy there so that we get an energy, because I'm definitely going to earn this card. We're going to send all these guys into... Yeah, I'm generating, like, 8 fear just there. These guys are all, except one, I guess, coming in here to this fun party land. I'm sure it's fine. Everyone gather round. We generate another fear. We generate 2 fear and defend over here. So yeah, so we're definitely getting both of those things. And so what have you got on tap?
All right, so if we can get rid of 2 towns, right? That was the thing that we said. You're already handling the one in the jungle, right?
Yep. This is defended, and there's the Hans, so they're gonna kill it.
All right, so then I guess just take out the 2 of the 3 that are in the sands there.
Okay. Yeah, and then we can use the fear card to remove the other 2 towns. So they won't build cities; they'll just build towns. And you have the harbingers.
Okay, yeah.
That you could harbingers you could use to get fear now, or use it later is fine too. We're not going to get to the next fear card. Am I going to get enough?
We're not going to get to the next. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
But basically, whatever land you use Raging Storm in, they're not going to build in, because it's just going to be all explorers in any of them. So.
Yeah.
So maybe like this one, the more inland.
Sure.
Yeah, then they won't build here. They'll still end up building a town there, but... Surprise, a fear card. Boop. Yeah. And here. Oh, and actually you get extra energy because of this other jungle that has a little guy in it, right? So yeah, you got 2 energy and I got 2 energy from that. It's a nice little bonus. They do build. They build a city where I am, but that's okay. I have a plan. Right, here they add a town again. So they've already ravaged. Actually, yeah, so they do this before they explore. So if we don't put this town near this wetland, they won't explore to it. So we don't want to put it here, even though that probably would make the most sense.
Yeah, like the mountain, the southern mountains.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's okay. You can easily blow it up, right? If so. And these are gonna explore regardless. So I'm just gonna put it up here in the jungle where they already were. I guess there's a chance they might go into the coastal lands, but they explore there no matter what, so. Yeah, I think there's one more tier 2 card. And then tier 3 are all like combo, like jungle plus wetland or mountain plus sand, where they explore 2 land types at once. Alright, and I think we just have the Harbingers of Lightning, where you could set up, basically get Dahan into a place where they can do battle. They're going to ravage here in the sands, so having another guy in there would be good, probably.
Sure.
From here, probably. Nothing going on in that jungle now.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we only need one because there's
And we
only
just need...
4 health of them, so...
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say, is do we want to only
Yeah.
need the one, so that's fine.
Oh, and we get a fear, so I guess we could have gotten the fear card, but we wouldn't know what it was. Actually, now we win if there's no cities. So if we can get you to make a sacred site close enough and blow up this city, we win. Or actually, I can just downgrade it with this card to a town. So I don't think we need to decide anything, we just win.
Okay.
Unless you want to decide stuff, and feel free.
I mean, when I have to decide stuff, it has been very stressful so far, so...
Well, why don't just pick...
If you have a way forward...
Why don't you just do stuff without thinking about it? Tell me what to do without thinking about it.
All right. Add presents, the middle one. So do the add. And let's see. I was gonna say, how far can I get?
Yeah, you can get like
your side
over here.
Like I can get into.
That's as far.
Yeah. So drop it in there from the card play. And I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Pull it from the top, from the presents.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't change anything this turn.
Or not from the presents, from the energy.
Yeah, you can play all your cards. That's easy.
Do it.
And actually, you don't have elements to play to destroy a city, anyways. But I can do it. So yeah, all I just need to do is kill them. So let's do that. Reclaim. Play. Make a sacred site down there. Why not? Let's generate 1 million fear. Why not? I'm curious what that fear card was that we earned. Remove. Oh. Also just remove a city from a sacred site land. So we would have won even if we didn't do anything. That's awesome.
You gotta love that.
We'll generate some fear. They can stay there. We're just going to generate more fear. And then we're going to downgrade the city. And that wins the game. Yeah, generating fear to get those victory conditions is really good. Blue Dolphin gave us a little dolphin.
That is the first game that was not the tutorial game that I participated in, which was a win.
You need to come on Lou Dolphin's Spirit Island Saturdays where he never loses.
I feel like, wait, maybe that's not 100%. Maybe once when I was on with you on a stream, we might have won. But I think that was the tutorial. I think it might have been the tutorial.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, because were trying to narrate the tutorial together, and it was a huge flop.
Yeah, it was not. Yes,
we really should have just had Ray come on and do it. That would have been better.
Oh, yeah, duh.
So here's our map. We did pretty good. 49 points. Take that, Loot Dolphin. Some big points right there. We also have a new thing coming up, which is statistics. We gained 62 energy. So these all-time aren't hooked up yet, but they will be. And global stats. 40 powers used. We gained a little bit of air, lightning, and bringer together. Generated lots of fear. Didn't deal very much damage at all. Like almost all just destroy things. We destroyed 20 invaders and only dealt 19 damage. Work that out. And damage taken by the lands and the Dahan. So, yeah, stats are coming. Coming soon.
Gamers do love their statistics.
Yeah, so we also have, I can show briefly some other things. There's a whole stats screen, so you can go and peruse at your leisure your win records and all of those things. Just like our other games. You've played Aeon's End or One Deck Dungeon, very similar to that. 16 explorers and a town. Or 18 explorers in a town. Achievements. Those aren't up yet, but it'll pop up the achievements and not just show an error. And a card library. So you can see the spirits, look at their panels whenever you want, look at all the power cards that are in the game, major powers and minor powers, look at the artwork and stuff, look at all the other cards that are in the game, blight cards, fear cards, terror levels, and invader cards. And yeah, the art for the spirits is really cool. I like how that shows up. Like, you see it on the panels, but there's always like text on it, even on this side.
Yeah.
But like, we have like the full graphics that are like super cool.
Indeed.
And then yeah, and scenarios as well. So I mean, you can access a lot of this stuff from the new game screen, but it's nice to have a spot where you can go through and look at everything. And so that is that. So that is coming up in the next update. We're hoping, we've announced on the Indiegogo, we are launching into Retail 1.0 next week on Wednesday. We might have we now have the last early access update before then this week sometime with some of these things to sort of get them into your hands before that. But we will see what is ready and when that happens. Did you want to play something else, Jeremy? Before it's only 9:38 for me, so.
We could do a Sentinels game. We could do an Aeon's End. You know what? Whatever you want to do. I'm pretty much open.
All right, let's close this. See if there's any questions from the chat. We haven't had like a question period for a while, so throw some questions out there while I set up the next game. Let's go into Sentinels, I think. Then you can just like join in on multiplayer. Sure. Yeah, well, if you got the beta installed, we can do the beta.
I believe I am in the beta, yes.
Okay. No questions from Takewalker. All right. You're forever barred from asking questions. Nah.
And you blew it!
All right. Yeah, the stream is hearing Sentinels. It might be a little quiet. I can turn it up a little bit.
Here, while you're setting up a game, you let me know what I have to a loaf of sourdough rising.
Oh, the sourdough. I am sending you a Discord invite. Chicken, fish, or beef? Sparky, are we invited to your wedding? I will take the chicken or the fish. I'm not picky between those. If it's on the coast, I'll take the fish. If it's an inland land, I will take the chicken. Oh yes, I was also going to go to the Steam thingy dingy. Steam's number, or Sentinel's number, is 337150, I think, right? That seems right.
That sounds close, yes.
I should probably check.
Wait, hang on. I can get it to you in 2 seconds. I have the...
Stream to, like, some other games page.
No. It's 337150.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen that number so many times over the last 6 years, right? Or whatever, so.
Yeah. If you are streaming... Oh, no, that's only if you're running it in Steam. That's right.
And I can actually update the Twitch as well. Oh, if I'm streaming, like, from Steam.
Yeah, if you're streaming in Steam, it won't allow a mismatch
Right.
between the game and the page. But yeah, if you're not streaming it directly with,
I will
with
change the
Steam
category on
account.
Twitch as well. Done.
Someone asked earlier, what are you guys doing once Spirit Island launches? Well, we have all sorts of things we've been working on. Some of them we've been working on sort of coincident with Spirit Island. One was the Nameless for Aeon's End. Obviously, there's tons of expansion content for Aeon's End that we would love to be working on. There's some one deck dungeon stuff that is in the works. If you've been paying attention to anything one deck dungeon, you probably know what it is. It's not like it's some crazy big secret, but that is a thing that we are working on.
But also,
and then
secret,
there's obviously
also secret one deck dungeon things.
Yes, there are also secret one deck dungeon things, but those are different than the ones
That's not so secret. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not.
Yeah, there's also, we're working on some Sentinels things. This is actually a beta build of Sentinels that has Oblivion challenge mode.
What?
So that's interesting. That's being tested, and hopefully other challenge modes coming to testing soon. And yeah, Lou Dolphin's interested in secret one deck dungeon things. You good with the Ennead?
Sure. Okay. I don't actually remember the last time I played the Ennead.
Yeah, it's been a while. In their home of Magmaria, next door to Tomb of Anubis. Yeah, we're there's of course more things to do with Spirit Island. We want to bring it to mobile. We want to be working. We have some stretch goals that we have promised, such as the 2 promo spirits and various customization options and things. We want to be looking at potentially multiplayer, potentially Branch and Claw, and other things for Spirit Island. So yeah, there's lots of things we can look at working on. And you know, our other games have other things too. So yeah, there's lots of things to do, but certainly we'll be focusing on Spirit Island for mobile will be one of the first things.
Definitely.
Don't think this matters. This matters. Yeah, Oblivion Challenge is in the works. If you are a Sentinels beta tester, you can try it and give feedback and let Christopher know what you think about it. This should probably not go to Raw. Let's go to Stuntman. Stuntman has some damage reduction options. He also has options for hitting himself.
We're just playing standard Ennead, right? No challenge or advanced or anything? Okay.
Just the basics.
Planquez-vous!
Let's punch them back. We'll go with Lance Flammes, I think, soon, but Set needs to be attacked. Not even challenge Ennead. No. This is like the last 20 minutes of the night game.
Yeah, exactly.
I played Oblivion with my friends on Sunday night, and it took like 5 hours. It was like, come on, get it over with.
Set is our number 1 target, yeah?
Yeah. We never actually got rid of the shield. It was the progeny shield, and we just like, he flipped without us getting rid of it, and we're just like, okay, the shield is out for the rest of the game, I guess. So be it. Ooh, sudden contract seems lovely.
Yeah, I tried the Oblivion challenge mode once through, and I'll be honest, I got a lot farther than I thought I was going to, but I did not win.
I don't think I've actually sat and played through that yet. Just like tested it out to make sure it was working.
Yeah, I mean, as far as setup and everything, the only thing was, well, we won't talk about the specifics of it, but yeah, there was one thing that I had a question about, but it seemed like it was working properly. So.
Yeah, out of the rest of these, none of these are like really a big deal. So we'll just work on Isis, who's like the next lowest. So Isis also has by any means on them. I did play Advanced Oblivion on a lark a few weeks ago on stream and like absolutely wrecked him. Like embarrassingly
Nice.
wrecked him. I dealt like 200 damage to him on his front side. Like he was at 9,800 or something because I was just like, I couldn't get the shield away fast enough, but I was like doing that much damage already.
Nice.
And then he went down in like one round. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and so I'm stuck here on raw setting some. Like I feel like
Hey, you get
how
like
quickly
Nemesis.
do I want
You get Nemesis bonus and +1 to a couple of them from by any means. Like, I think it's totally worth it.
to?
You're not like flame burying yourself or anything. I mean, this version of Ra is made for burning the Ennead down.
Yeah, made for burning. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I
That
mean,
makes
also
sense.
burning like Aeon men.
Yeah.
There, you can avoid hitting yourself next turn. Except you can't hit the Ember Shaman. Magmarians are immune. Fire damage everywhere. Oh yeah, Kusunoki, I killed all the Scions. Like, I killed the Scions. Like, often when you, like, a lot of the Scions get killed, it's Oblivion, like, blew up and killed a bunch of them. No, like, I killed all the Scions because I had nothing else to attack besides Oblivion. It was ridiculous. Ember Shaman is actually kind of our friend, so I don't mind if he stays. Let's get the Flammies going. This might be a short Ennead game.
Yeah, it seems that way already. Which I mean, I guess that's fine. Sometimes
Speed run. I did. I don't think I mentioned to you. I beat Slay the Spire in 16 minutes.
Wow.
Which
like character?
Ironclad. I'd like resigned myself to never getting that achievement of the 20-minute game because like I don't play fast.
Right.
I like to like. Normally when I play Slay the Spire, it's like 4 hours for a run. But on Ascension 0, it's like you can play fast and loose a bit. And I turn on the fast mode, which actually does make a big difference. The fast mode, and I got.
Oh, I should do that.
My first card reward was Whirlwind, and then I got Double Tap, and I just kept getting these things. I got like the relic that makes them vulnerable in the first turn. I got, and I got like
nice.
Just like Strength Relic. I got the Varja thing, and it's like, all right, and I just removed cards at every opportunity, and it basically was just like everything was just like double tap Whirlwind, next fight, double tap Whirlwind, next fight.
Nice. Yeah, I've been mostly playing with the Defect recently because that's the only character that I haven't beaten the ending with yet.
Not the Watcher.
So
you beaten with the Watcher?
Oh, I mean of the original.
Okay.
I have not. I've played the Watcher, but I have not started to focus on the Watcher yet much. So I don't really. I mean, I get it with the stances, but I haven't really explored it too much yet. So,
sure.
I've been exploring a bunch of different builds for the Defect. Like I've tried like a claw heavy build. I actually had one where I had like almost. I think I had like 10 claws in my deck, but I still like once you get to that floor 4, it's like if you're not perfectly set up for that main last boss, you can be in real trouble. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's still like, even with those trick decks, like the bosses are not, you can't beat the boss with your double tap Whirlwind on the first turn, right? You need to still be able to survive a couple turns.
Yeah, survive. Although I will tell you, like, I've had an ironclad build with no block that tore up
Yeah.
the spire.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you have
All
5
right.
cards and it's like flex plus, flex plus, flex plus, double tap whirlwind, you're probably gonna win every fight.
Yeah.
Especially on low ascension where they don't like pollute your deck with bad cards.
Should I have hit? Oh, I guess that doesn't.
Oh yeah, I mean your base power is just gonna murder set no matter what. So
Yeah, and I was gonna say now that that went out of play, is it no longer applying to Isis?
yeah, we're gonna lose our
Yeah,
mint.
so let's back up. I apologize. That's my fault.
Yeah, if you hit Isis, then I
off.
think you also kill Isis with your base power.
Yeah.
As long as you order it correctly. Yeah, I've beaten like the heart with every character, and I'm on like I've been working up ascension levels basically with the Watcher, so I'm at like ascension 16 with the
Jesus.
Watcher.
I haven't gotten past Ascension 3 with anyone yet.
Oh yeah, well I'm at ascension like 18 or 19 with the other characters. I haven't gotten to 20. I've been streaming some, so that's been fun.
Yeah, I've been seeing you popping up. Yeah, I feel like I should watch more of it. Like that's when I started to get really good at Binding of Isaac, was when I started watching other
Right.
people play it. Like I had figured out stuff that I knew. But yeah, I should probably watch some defect builds just to see what's good, cuz like I found a couple really good ones where you can just spin your orbs as fast as possible, where you're like filling them up and then just blasting through some stuff. But it's like if you don't get the right cards early, that can be really hard to start setting up.
Yeah, I learned a lot from watching Jorbs quite a bit. He's a really good streamer,
Okay.
and also like a very soothing guy. Like he just like Brittany's like, put on that streamer so I can go to sleep.
Nice.
Kind of almost like ASMR Slay the Spire.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny, but just like really good analytical mind, and like he's always talking about how like you're not trying to like I'm gonna build a whirlwind deck or I'm gonna build this or build that type of deck. It's like, especially on higher ascensions, you need to be able to defeat certain challenges that are going to come up. You need to have a deck that can handle these different problems that come up. And so it's not it's not about having a gimmick. It's about like being able to survive Reptomancer, being able to survive like what if this particular challenge comes up, how are you going to beat it, kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like I'll find that like, oh, I've got a deck that's like really building well. What do we care? Do we care about this? I was gonna say, should we hit this collector?
Yeah, the shaman's our friend, so.
Yeah, and so like you've gotta be prepared for like, oh, this deck has been really good against sort of low level mobs for a while now, but now all of a sudden you've got your 2 bandits who are gonna deal reliably 20 damage every turn. Like, do you have enough block to deal with that?
Yeah, I find for me the encounter I consistently lose the most on is the slavers. I guess they're called the like 3 guys,
the 3 elites,
which is not a good name. Find a new name for that encounter.
They should find a new name for that. and yes, and the issue with them is that they deal like what is it, like 7, 13, and 9. On turn 1,
and then they keep doing that. Yeah. You need to be able to kill the back guy in the first turn if you like, but that's what I struggle with. Yeah. Anyways, this is Slay the Spire with John and Jeremy.
Slay the Spire with John and Jeremy. We're gonna. This could be actually a really fun stream, like making commentary on a game that you're not playing.
Yeah.
That could be a pretty fun gimmick, actually. And I'm not done talking about Slay the Spire.
No.
Because.
Go ahead.
I find that with Defect, the main thing that I try to get as early as possible, even though it's not going to help me in the final boss, is whatever the power is that lets your lightning hit everything instead of just one at a time. And if I can get that early, I know I'm going to make it to at least floor 3.
Electrodynamics is very strong, yeah.
Yes, that's the one, yeah. But I've actually been having really good... Like I said, I've been focusing the Defect. I haven't played anyone but the Defect for at least 3 weeks. And so, like, I tried, like, really power-heavy builds. and defect has some pretty interesting powers, like echo form coupled with like really any other power. Like you can start building up powers on powers on powers
You
pretty fast
really
when you
would
play
like
your
the
character.
Watcher. If you like to deal damage, you will like the Watcher.
I've played the Watcher. I've gotten the Watcher. I've beaten at least to get to an Ascension level with all of the characters, but I haven't beaten floor 4 with
The
I've beaten
heart,
it
yeah.
with the defect, with the Ironclad, and the whatever the potion heavy one is.
Oh,
Why can't I think? The Silent.
Silent, yeah.
All right. Do I want? Hang on. Now I
Yeah,
have to play the game.
Watcher is like, I think people have basically figured out like she's the strongest character, like she can win more reliably than any other character because Act 1 is so easy with her, and so you have like a much better chance of getting through the game if you can actually survive Act 1, which like with the Silent you often die in Act 1 and you're like, well, I'll try again.
Right.
Whereas and Ironclad, often you can get through Act 1 just on the healing, but you're not good enough. Like your deck isn't good enough to go into Act 3, but like you can still beat Act 1 almost every time because you're just healing so much. Whereas the Watcher can like get through Act 1 taking almost no damage and be wrecking face the entire time, like with the
once I've beaten floor 4 with the defect, I definitely plan to focus the Watcher for a while. That was kind of how I got, like, once I realized there was a floor 4, which I didn't even know. And it was like, oh wow, because I had already gotten to Ascension level 2 or 3 on both the Silent and the Ironclad at that point. And so when I realized that there was a 4th floor that you had to start optimizing a build for, I focused the Ironclad, beat it. Then I focused the Silent, beat it. Now I'm focusing the defect.
Yeah. All right, and we won this game.
Much like we just beat the Ennead.
And it's not even 10 o'clock.
That was a ridiculous Ennead game.
Yeah. We were just like not even paying attention. Chrono Ranger is so good.
Like, yeah, we're like a team that we're literally arguing about like which games we're playing while we're just like pounding the bad guys. Like, oh, come on, we're gonna play D&D this weekend, right? No, come on. Anyway,
we could play a game of Slay the Spire if you want on my channel.
Is there multiplayer Slay the Spire now?
No, but we could like do the run together and like talk about it.
I would, but
yeah. Another time.
I'm gonna go. I've actually been thinking about streaming Slay the Spire. The problem is that I'm further in Slay the Spire on my Switch, so if I were to go back to playing it on Steam, I would have to like beat everything up to where I am in order to stream it. And anyway,
you can like hack the files to like set that you've beaten everything. That's fine.
That's beyond me.
That's what Jorbs does. Actually,
right.
He's like, I don't want to worry about like playing all the Ascensions. I just want to play the top difficulty only.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I may go stream some of that now actually to watch.
Yeah.
How do you spell it? Jorb?
Jorbs. He has. I would look up the over-explained runs. He'll like go through a run and actually like when he's playing normally, he just like goes pretty fast. But like he'll like with the over-explained runs, he'll actually like with every card it'll be like, all right, why am I choosing this card, or why am I not choosing this card, or why am I skipping, or whatever. He'll talk about that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's recommended. Cool. All right, so I guess that's going to be it. The Ennead are cycling on the screen now.
There they are.
Play Slay the Spire and talk Sentinels of the Multiverse. Maybe next time.
We should start a new channel for that.
Yeah.
It could be Arbaladna Live. That was me trying to read Handelabra backwards.
Yeah, we'll make another Discord where the icon is just flipped over, mirrored. So it's going the other way.
Yeah. Bizarro. We have to put like our oh, I already have a. Does that mean I have to shave?
Yeah, it's like the other. This is, I don't even know which hand. It's one left or right hand, and it's the other hand. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and we can't have like the evil Mirror Universe goatees because we both have beards. So,
I mean, we could just go goatee, or actually, wear the ear. We just shave, and then wear the The good universe.
Yeah. Wait. Are we the baddies? Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Thanks, Jeremy. This has been fun. Make sure to watch the channel. We have other streams coming up as usual. So check the outro for all of that information. Watch out for Spirit Island updates and Spirit Island launch next week for 1.0.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.